Hi everyone, this is Ryan Hoyme, aka Massage Nerd, and this show is brought to you by our friends at Massage Magazine Insurance Plus. Massage Magazine has been exploring touch therapies for over 25 years and has used the industry's knowledge to develop the best liability insurance in the business. And tonight our guest is Andrea Lipomi, right? Did I pronounce that right?
Perfect.
Yeah, okay.
Good job. Hoyme?
Yeah. So tonight's topic, American Spaspitality, right?
Very good.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
a made-up word, so
Yeah.
don't bother looking it up.
Yep. Did you get the domain for that yet?
I should. That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's a very good idea. Yep. So let's start way back. So how did you get involved into massage and esthetician and stuff?
Sure. Back when I was a little kid living in upstate New York, my dad would always give me little foot massages when we were watching TV, and I could say that's honestly my earliest memory of massage in my life. And then after high school, I ended up falling almost accidentally into the printing industry, into the customer service aspect of it, and we used to print really nice spa menus for this local day spa in upstate New York. And that eventually led me to going with my sister to have our first professional massages at that day spa. And that kind of set me on that path. It took me a few years to actually go to massage school because I had some financial loose ends to tie up before I could do that. But in 2005, I went to the Onondaga School of Therapeutic Massage in Rochester, New York, and graduated and got my New York State license as well as my national certification, which allowed me to accomplish my ultimate goal of moving to Las Vegas and working at a resort spa, which I ended up doing in 2007. And I'm still in Las Vegas today, and I still work at a resort spa, and life is good.
So do you mostly do massage then, or other modalities, or?
Right now, I exclusively do massage. In 2008, I went to school for aesthetics, and 2008, particularly in Las Vegas, but I know it's a countrywide issue with the economy being the way that it is. In 2007, it was starting to become very popular, especially in Las Vegas, for dual licensed therapists to be employed at the major resorts. Dual license meaning a massage license and an aesthetics license, and they were custom tailoring spa guest experiences based around the two licenses. So you wouldn't have to go from a massage therapist to an esthetician in a different room and interrupt your service if you wanted to have a massage and a facial, for example. So I thought it was a natural progression for me to get my aesthetics license. So in 2008, I did that, got my aesthetics license, and then in 2008, 2009, and then 2010, I did do both, but I'm starting to focus more on the education aspect of massage therapy now, so there's just not enough time in the day to do everything that I wish I could do.
Yeah.
So I just do massage now, and I focus on the educational aspects of massage therapy.
Do you miss the esthetician part at all?
I do, because I'm sure a lot of our viewers can relate. When you do the same thing day in and day out, it's really hard on your tools, and a little variety, even if it's just doing massage interspersed with the occasional body treatment. It's nice to have a break, and you work different parts of your body when you do stuff like that. So I do honestly miss the variety, but it's give and take. My situation right now, I'd rate it a 9 out of 10. Nothing's ever going to be perfect all the time, so I'll take it, you know.
Yeah. What are some of the more popular spa treatments that you've offered in the past?
Sure. Well, I'll start by saying massage is definitely, at all the spas I've worked at, massage has been at the top of the list. I've always worked at spas where the largest group of employees that's worked there has always been massage therapists, and the most treatment and revenue comes from massage services. At the previous resort spa where I worked, the massage therapists were able to do body treatments, so we do the occasional scrub or body wrap. Like, I know that I know it's a hot button issue in the massage community, but detox wraps are popular, and anything that is billed as encouraging any sort of weight loss is popular. I don't know if that's necessarily just a Las Vegas phenomenon. I suspect that that's probably probably spans the country as far as popularity goes.
And then what about massage treatments? What types are more popular there? Would you say?
Sure. We do a lot of deep tissue, and from speaking from personal experience, relaxation massage is my personal passion, and I do a lot of those. Um, I've seen, we have other at the spa where I work now. It's a pretty basic menu. We don't have too many exotic treatments, although especially leading up to the recession, you'd see spas expanding their facilities and expanding their spa menus, which led them to incorporate a lot more exotic treatments. So you would see things like Lomi Lomi or table time massage is popular, and you do see a lot of customized treatments at the spas where perhaps a signature aromatherapy oil will be used, or the incorporation of hot stones and whatnot, kind of a hybrid massage that's customized to each specific spa. So that's popular.
Okay. And then with the recession, were you guys hit pretty bad then? Would you say or not?
Definitely. I think everybody here in Vegas felt it. I believe the national unemployment rate is currently hovering around 8%, but in Las Vegas and Nevada as a whole, it's closer to 13% unemployment.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's definitely taken its toll, and I think a lot of people in our line of work had to adjust their lifestyles the pre-recession way of living and then post-recession. So it's been an adjustment period for everybody. I mean, tourism was affected, obviously. So if you work on the Strip here in Vegas, that's a challenge. And then also if you work, I don't know, I don't think a lot of people are aware, but Las Vegas is a very, very large city, and people always assume that we live right near the Strip, like that we live right behind Caesar's Palace or something, but that's not true. Uh, I kind of live on the outskirts of town near some beautiful mountains, and uh, so there are locals casinos that are located pretty much in every corner of town. And, of course, they're called locals casinos because locals make up the bulk of their business. And needless to say, the locals business has been affected, when we all live in a city with 13% unemployment. So,
Yeah. And then how do you guys deal with prostitution? I mean, so many massage therapists I've talked to, sometimes they say, oh, it'd be so great for all prostitution to be legalized, but it's legalized around that area. But how does it affect you guys then?
um, I'll clear up a popular misconception that in Las Vegas itself, prostitution is not legal.
Okay.
Um, and Las Vegas is located in Clark County, where prostitution is not legal. But if you drive about an hour west of Las Vegas to Pahrump, which is in a different county, there are brothels out there, so it is legal there. And I know up north, like there are different counties in the state of Nevada where it's legal, but not in Las Vegas and not in Clark County. Um, I thankfully, I think working in a resort environment, I'm somewhat insulated from that. Um, Although it's not 100%. I think most of our spa guests know that they're not in the right place for that kind of work.
Okay.
Yeah. but I can say that there's been a lot of chatter lately in our local massage community about misconceptions, and human trafficking lately has been a hot button issue. And my personal opinion on it is that although we'd all love to see the end of human trafficking, of course, and it's a horrible thing, cracking down on the massage therapy profession here in town, and in particular on independent massage therapists that have so much competition locally as it is and struggle so much at times just to make ends meet and to get their business going. Um, I'd like to see the leaders in the community, meaning government people who are outside of the massage community, speak less about, stop using massage therapy or massage therapists or massage establishments in the same sentence as sex workers and human trafficking. I think that kind of contributes to the misconceptions that people have about massage therapists, especially in Las Vegas.
Okay. And with Las Vegas too, are prices in general higher just because it is more of a tourist area then, or?
It depends. If you're looking for a lot of massage therapists here who work on their own have out-call businesses, and if you're looking for someone to just come to your house, it's probably in line with other larger cities in the United States. But if you are going to a resort on the Strip, let's say, especially a higher-end resort, especially one that's rated 4 or 5 stars, it's a little bit more expensive than what you'd pay. And I can speak to Rochester, New York, since that's where I'm from and that's where I worked originally. It's typical for a 50-minute, and that's another difference you'll see in Las Vegas as opposed to most other places in the United States, is we do like a 50-minute massage or a 75 or an 80-minute massage, whereas in other places you'll see, a 60-minute or a 90-minute massage. But there are logistic reasons. They can obviously fit more appointments into the day when they short it by 10 minutes like that. So a typical 50-minute relaxation massage in town would run anywhere between $115 and $160, just depending on the spa.
Wow.
And those are resort spa prices.
Okay,
the
okay.
Yeah, the local day spas will probably be on the lower end of that and a little bit below. But we're talking about the major Strip resorts.
Okay.
110 to 160.
Okay. Yeah. But do average massage therapists, is it typical like 50% commission, or do they independent contractors in these kind of facilities, or?
Resort spa?
Yeah.
Typically, they're employees. They're typically employees of the actual property. So, and the percentage can vary. A few resort spas pay an hourly base rate plus commission, but that's less popular than just straight commission. And you guys will probably be shocked and appalled when I say that it's typically between 28% and 35%, depending on where a massage therapist is employed. But keep in mind, we're talking about treatments that run, starting price of typically 110 to 160 for a 50-minute massage.
Wow. And are massages usually not hours then? Are they typically 50 minutes in the more resort areas then, or?
Yes.
Okay. So is that so they can do like back to back, so every hour on the hour kind of thing, or?
You are 100% correct.
And do you guys really try to sell products too in the spas?
Well, it depends. I think some of the more a few of the spas on the Strip are owned by larger companies that concentrate on spa ownership and operations. They're the minority, but from what I've heard, and I haven't actually worked at those places, but from what I've heard, there is more focus put on selling retail. A lot more responsibility is put on the shoulders of the service providers to do that. But honestly, in my experience, I have never felt pressured to sell.
And then, how do massage therapists in general? I mean, at spas, cosmetologists or estheticians, sometimes it's easier to sell because they have more products at their disposal and they're actually using on their people. But massage in general, sometimes they're just using oil,
Right, it's true. And that's where things like aromatherapy oils can come into play, like a foot product, like a foot balm, or a hair oil that has moisturizing properties too, a facial lotion that's specifically made for the delicate skin on the face. Little things like that can tie in and help retail sales too.
Okay. So, and what's the typical commission there for those selling kind of products, would you say, or?
Typically 10%.
Okay. So you're not going to get rich off of it, but it definitely helps then, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So is the myth true about sometimes these high-end resorts and stuff? sometimes people don't tip you as good then, or?
It totally depends. And a recent trend, and this is, I've noticed we'll say 2008 was when the economy here really took a hit. This is a change that I've noticed that has occurred primarily after 2008 is the addition of service charges or automatic gratuity, they're also called, to spa services. And you won't find this everywhere, but it's becoming more popular at the major strip resorts. So, for example, when you go to settle your tab at said resort spa, the receptionist will probably say something like, "We've added a 20% gratuity onto your bill. It's up to you if you do want to modify that. Are you okay with that?" You know, something along those lines. And it depends on the spa as well, but sometimes that automatic gratuity will be split between the service provider that did the service and the spa attendant, and sometimes even the front desk staff.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, so even the front desk staff sometimes gets tips too then, or?
it's common.
Oh, it is common? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they won't usually be handed a $20 bill. Like, I mean, I'm not going to say it never happens, but that's not typical. But if you ever have any question about if you ever go to a resort spa and you are told, "Oh, here's a 20% automatic gratuity," don't feel bad if you want to ask, how is this being split between the service provider and the support staff? I mean, it's totally within your rights to do that. And in fact, it's encouraged because some people want to leave a 20% tip for their massage therapist, and they'd probably like to know that the massage therapist is only getting 15 or 17% of that tip.
Okay. And then P-Man23 asked, people who made money off of tips are the best tippers. Would you say that's true?
P-Man, who I think is my brother-in-law, Peter. You know, it goes both ways. It does. In fact, I think it goes to two extremes. Sometimes people who are in the service industry, especially in the food service industry, because I respect anybody who can make a living either bartending or cocktail serving or serving in a restaurant. I mean, I've tried it before, I've had to do it before, and I am frankly not good at it. It's challenging, so I give a lot of credit to those people. They tend to be good tippers, and I think it's because they know how much work goes into a service type of job, and they like to treat others the way that they like to be treated. On the flip side, and I hate to say this, but some of the most disappointing tips that I've ever gotten have been from other massage therapists who are from different states.
Oh.
Just being honest, but you can Facebook message me later, everybody, and tell me how wrong I am. But
And then P-Man23 says, yes, it is busted. And he said, I thought you were going to say celebrities. Yeah. You probably see a lot of celebrities out there, don't you?
What's that?
You probably see a lot of celebrities out there, do you? Or yeah.
We do. I don't think it matters where you. If you work in the strip or at any of the major resort spas, eventually you will cross paths with a celebrity or two, and to varying degrees. You know, there will be the A-list celebrity, and then there'll be the guy from 30 years ago, and you didn't even realize he was still alive, but there he is. But to Peter, that's true. I mean, a lot of times celebrities are comp services at the resort spas. So sometimes I think they just assume that everything is comped, and I don't know that they really understand all the time. So I'm not going to. There are some celebrities that are amazing tippers, and then there are some that I don't think they're aware of how the service is being paid for or whatnot. So I don't think it's really their fault.
Yeah. And is Nevada, is that actually regulated then totally for massage?
Massage therapy?
Yeah.
Yes, we have a state license, and if you're on your own, every other part of town has their own business licenses. So being an independent massage therapist, which I haven't personally been independent here in town, my understanding is there are a lot of fees and regulation that go into that, and you have to make sure that you cross your T's and dot your I's, and that you pay all of your business license fees on time. But we have the state of Nevada requires a minimum of 500 hours of education. And yes, so every year we have to renew our state license, and we are on the higher end of licensing fees. We have to pay $150 every year to keep our license current, and we also have to do 12 hours of continuing education every year.
Okay. And then D Nook asked, do celebs demand more?
I think that's my sister.
Oh.
Sometimes they do. And to be honest, I'm glad we're talking about celebrities because in my book, Confident Relaxation Massage, Advice for the Budding Massage Therapist, it's an ebook. Excuse me, I'm going to plug my book for 30 seconds, everybody, family members, whoever asking questions. It's available on my website, confidentmassage.com, for Nook, Kindle, and on Smashwords.com, and it's in like a dozen different formats. So whatever e-reader or computer you're using to read ebooks, you can read my book. But I do have a section in there that talks about celebrities, and I don't name names because that would be extremely unprofessional, and
Yeah.
that's not how I roll. But but it does talk about the nuances a little bit of that. Do they demand more? Sometimes. Some of them are super nice and so down to earth and polite, and they'll say hi to me in the hall before I even get a chance to say hi to them, which I think is totally impressive to me, and it gives me so much respect for people when, they could be like, I'm not going to lie, like other celebrities who don't even acknowledge or won't even make eye contact with service providers. So they run the gamut. And the second type of celebrities that I mentioned who kind of think that the red carpet should be rolled out to them by everybody that they encounter every minute of their day, I have encountered it where they have requested that the facility, and I don't mean just like a massage therapist going to their hotel room, but that the entire spa facility stay open past closing time so that they can stay as late as they want, for example. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of that, so I don't want you guys to get the wrong idea that I'm just like celebrity bashing and that it's never a good situation, because that's not the truth at all. In most cases, it's a good experience. I mean, I have encountered more celebs who have been gracious and appreciative and down to earth and just like real people, and I have so much respect for them.
Yeah, and D Nook, that's actually Dina. Do you know what Dina is?
Deena?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my sister.
Okay. And then she asked, have your book sales gotten you more requests for massages at the resort, or is it a different audience?
It's a totally different audience. And well, she just got a Nook for herself for Christmas, so she knows. And she's a librarian, and shout out to librarians. Apparently, it's Love Your Library Month. But so she knows firsthand that e-readers are becoming really popular, and I just think ebooks are the wave of the future. So although my massage business honestly has not been influenced at all by the publication of my ebook. My ebook business is actually doing really well. So far, 2012 has blown 2011 numbers out of the water. So.
Wow. And what kind of things do you cover in your book then?
Oh, a lot of things. Like I said, my passion is relaxation massage and spa style massage. So I obviously focus on that. I talk a little bit I'd say my book is geared more towards the beginner massage therapist, although definitely like the intermediate and advanced massage therapist. And by intermediate and advanced, I really do mean not skill-wise per se, but maybe the amount of time that you've been working in the industry. But it's also geared towards the hobbyist as well, or someone who's just like tinkering with the idea, kind of like I was when I would read that spa menu at the print shop, and I was taken with the idea of, maybe one day I'd like to work in a spa. So I wrote it with that reader in mind, and it covers what it's like to go through a massage therapy program at school, what it's like to interview for a job, including a massage audition at a spa, things you can do to give yourself the confidence required to do a good job and to present yourself in a professional manner. And I step by step give my entire basic 50-minute relaxation massage protocol. So if that's more like something what you're looking for, check it out. Right now, my book is $3.99. So
you can't
go wrong.
You can't go. Yep, I was just gonna say that. And JIOSIS asks, have you been able to make money from being a continuing education instructor yet?
Yes, and I think that's my brother.
How many relatives do you have? Brothers and sisters?
Really not that many, but they're very vocal, as you can see. They're very video chat savvy.
Okay.
Yes, I have. In fact, I tonight, right before I logged on to Skype here to talk to you guys, I have another completed quiz in my inbox. So after I log off tonight, I will be grading a quiz and hopefully sending off a certificate. So yes, it's been very good. This was a goal that I've had for myself to become approved by the NCBTMB for a few years now. But like I said, I was so busy working at 1.2 jobs doing the aesthetics and the massage therapy that it really was tough to find the time to accomplish everything. But truth be told, about a year ago, I was working too much. I was working 4 consecutive 10-hour shifts doing massage, plus supplementing my income with a second job where I was doing primarily aesthetics, but also a few massages in there as well. And I ended up injuring my shoulder. So I had to take a step back and prioritize things. So I unfortunately had to part ways with a part-time job where I was able to do the aesthetics. I wish I didn't have to do that, but I had to make a tough decision. And I also decided that it was in my best interest, health-wise, to reduce my hours at my then full-time job doing massage. So I went from working 4 consecutive 10-hour shifts to 3 consecutive 10-hour shifts. And it gave me a lot more time to focus on writing my course and taking care of business that way. So I was approved late last year by NCBTMB to offer continuing education, and I'm going to say I've impressed myself with the way it's turned out. I'm really happy with the product I put out. It's called American Spaspitality, and it's a fun course. You get to download it using really e-reader technology. You can read it on your phone if you like to, on an e-reading app. Like I'll plug Overdrive here because it is Love Your Library Month, and you can read library ebooks and listen to library audiobooks for free if you have a library card on Overdrive, which is a free app for most smartphones. Or you can use the Stanza app or the iBooks app, and you can read the American Spaspitality course. Download it from confidentmassage.com for free, and no obligation. If you want to do the quiz and get your continuing education credits and have me email you a certificate, then you can submit the quiz. If not, if you just want to read it and enjoy it, then you can do that too. So that was a very long way of answering my brother's question. The course has been successful. I'm extremely happy with it. And later this year, it is my goal to come out with a few more. And I'm going to keep the prices affordable, and I'm going to keep the execution of said courses extremely user-friendly and convenient. and I'm going to take advantage of modern technology as much as I can to deliver what I consider to be a cutting-edge product.
And then Dina asked, do you require your CE students to buy your book?
No, they. My Confident Relaxation massage book is a completely separate entity from American Spaspitality, which is my continuing education course. And like I said, they can download the text for American Spaspitality for free. Honestly, if you download it, I don't even get the information from you. I don't know who you are, where you live, what you're doing with it. So I only know who you are when you submit your quiz answers to me, and then I have to make your beautiful certificate and email it back to you.
and Nush Me asked, have you seen the recent article in New York Times about how massage heals sore muscles, and what do you think?
I've seen it on Facebook. It seems to be making its rounds. And I'm going to be honest with you. I read the headline and I read the caption, but I have not read the entire article. But I'd be interested to know what you guys think. I mean, if it's in the New York Times, I think it's awesome that positive things are being said in the mainstream media. And like I said, I've seen it a million times on Facebook. So I think that's pretty awesome that good things are being said. But like I said, I haven't read the whole article, so.
And was it hard to set up the ebook and to get it published and everything else then?
No, it was easy. The hardest part was writing it. I spent over 3 years writing Confident Relaxation Massage, and I mean, I'm not gonna lie, writing a book that turns out well enough that you're proud of it and you don't make up a pen name just because you're ashamed of it. It's fun, but it's grueling at times. So that was the toughest part, was actually writing it. Although it was fun to write because I feel like I did use my true voice in writing the whole thing, and it was stuff that I just had to get out there. And I do owe a huge debt of gratitude to my brother and sister for editing my book and giving me a lot of pointers, because if I didn't have them, I honestly would probably have to pay an editor, which they are out there, and as my sister can testify, that there are a lot of editors that are looking for side jobs right now. So if you're interested in writing an ebook, you could probably do a quick Google search and find some people who would look over your stuff. But then uploading it to Amazon for Kindle and Smashwords, even BarnesandNoble.com, piece of cake.
Okay. And then Dina asked, what do you think of combining chiropractics with massage? More or less effective, or no different?
Oh, sure. I, as a patient, as a chiropractic patient, I have had good results myself over the years, combining massage and a chiropractic adjustment. My advice, what has worked best for me, is having the two services done within a 24-hour window of each other. I think definitely me personally, and maybe I'm biased because I'm a massage therapist and not a chiropractor, if I had to pick one, I would go with a massage first. But I think that they can enhance each other if you do them within a short amount of time.
And what kind of spa trends do you see happening now, or do you see in the future happening?
Oh, wow. Oh, like I said, you see some more creative signature services with elements of aromatherapy and maybe some stones, some hot stones or cold stones, some different products, maybe a hair oil or a foot treatment, a scrub of some sort, hot towel application. So as far as a signature treatment, I mean, you tend to see more of those things, maybe a paraffin hand and foot treatment incorporated into the massage, just things that set it apart from your average relaxation massage, typically in a resort spa setting.
Okay. And then with the whole spa industry, I mean, what's the good and the bad and the ugly?
That depends. Are children present.
No. I'll edit it later.
I think that. Well, let's see. Should I? Oh, I'm gonna grab some water real quick.
Okay.
Oh, happy Valentine's Day, by the way, everybody. Let's see. Well, the good would definitely be, and you know what? I'm horrible at thinking in hypotheticals. Absolutely horrible at it. So I am going to speak from my own personal experience, which that I'm actually really good at. I feel that massage is the good is that I am able to make a decent living doing something that helps other people, and because I have set healthier limits for myself as far as the amount of time that I spend every week actually doing the physical work of massage, it's healthy for me too. I think there are a lot, I mean, like I said, I worked in the printing industry and in customer service for several years, and the customer service part was okay because I got to meet wonderful people and everything, but I mean, printing is nothing really. It wasn't too glamorous. So, so that's definitely the good. The bad of massage, I'd say injury is bad. And again, speaking from personal experience, when my shoulder was killing me and I got depressed and I was like, what else am I going to do? I don't see a light at the end of this tunnel. Yeah, but I mean, injury is bad. Injury is bad. So there's the bad. And the ugly.
It's a metaphor. Yeah, it's a metaphor.
Yeah. I mean, I can give like the borderline inappropriate / funny answer here. The ugly of massage therapy is that sometimes you don't have any control over who comes into your massage room, especially when you work in a spa environment where you are not responsible for screening clients or taking the appointments. And I mean, this happens everywhere. It's not exclusive to Vegas, but I have had inappropriate clients. I have had clients who have exposed themselves. I have had clients who have touched themselves both over the sheet and under the sheet. And personally, I mean, I don't lose any sleep over it. I'm not I don't consider myself to be like a prude, uptight type of person. So I certainly do not cross any ethical boundaries, and I do not allow them to do said activities. However, I just kind of take it as being part of what we do. Uninformed people, misinformed people who come in and have sometimes bizarre expectations for their massage session. That's the ugly.
Okay. And then Dina also asked too, is it different from Rochester, New York compared to Vegas then, or with that?
You know, I had guys expose themselves, and I'm saying guys, I'm not picking on you guys out there, not at all. My husband is a massage therapist too, and he on occasion has had women expose themselves to him. So don't get the wrong idea. I'm not picking on you guys out there. But I personally have had guys expose themselves in Rochester and expose themselves in Vegas. So it happens everywhere.
Yeah. And do you guys do a lot of house calls then? Do you have to go to people's hotel rooms or anything then?
It depends. Some hotels do a lot more of that. Personally, I've worked in smaller spas where, for whatever reason, it's not quite as popular. I think the type of clientele that is attracted to a particular property has a lot to do with it. Maybe I'm going out on a limb here. I'm not 100% certain, but my guess would be that at a higher end property, you do see in-room massages booked more frequently my guess would be because typically there is an additional charge for an in-room massage. More time has to be booked out, so a therapist is, not able to book as many appointments during their shift that way. And obviously, it takes time to get a massage table typically up to a room or whatever. So typically there is an extra charge for an in-room massage, and I've seen additional charges as low as $15, and then I've seen them as high as $50 additional just for an in-room for a massage therapist to go from the spa up to room 111 and do the massage. So
Wow.
yeah,
Just for walking upstairs.
yeah. Yup. Sometimes they have to bring the little cart with the massage table and the bag of goodies. So I guess there's a little bit of equipment hauling involved, but.
And then a chat question: can you turn someone down before the appointment starts because they have had a bad reputation with the spa?
Yes. I'll say yes, and then I'll elaborate. Typically, that will happen at the front desk. If there is a problem client, it's more often than not, I'd say 99% of the time, it is reported to management, and the incident is described in detail, and then it's management's decision typically if the client is banned from booking appointments, or if it was an issue that just this one specific massage therapist had with the client, and maybe it's a gray area, and perhaps a different massage therapist is better able to handle the challenge of this client. So it's taken on a case-by-case basis usually, but it's usually handled by the spa management.
Okay. And do you think people like to do couples massage? My husband also gets massages, but neither of us ever think it would be fun to get them in tandem. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are, my husband gets massages too, but we have never had a couples massage. I prefer to just have my quiet time in the massage room with my massage therapist by myself. And I'll give you a little insider hint as to why this isn't the whole reason why. Like I said, I just like to have my quiet time sometimes. But in a couples massage room, typically the massage therapists don't always work in that room, and things are set up a little differently. I want to have my massage in a setting where my massage therapist feels the most comfortable, because I think that they'll enjoy doing it more and I'll get a better service. So I don't want to take a massage therapist out of their comfortable element, and just so that I can spend 50 more minutes. That's Vegas time. 50 more minutes with my husband, who, no offense, Jeremy, but I see you every day anyway.
So is he watching it right now too, or?
No. This is my quiet time with you guys.
Okay. And what kind of challenges have you faced in the years as being a massage therapist?
Sure. Like I said, the last year was very challenging. There was a lot of upheaval in my life due to my shoulder injury, and I wouldn't wish that upon anyone. I went to physical therapy for it. I think it helped a little bit, but ultimately I wasn't going to get better unless I reduced the hours that I was working. So that's a tough thing to deal with. I think probably psychologically just as much as physically. I've been doing massage for 7 years now, and that's how I pay my bills. And to kind of look that potential loss of income, or the prospect of having to start over and find a new career when you really don't know what else you'd like to do with your life, that's a hard pill to swallow. So yeah, that happened last year, but ultimately good things came out of it, and really the best thing coming out of it has been the opportunity to get my continuing education stuff going.
Okay. And what do you see doing in the future then?
More with continuing education. I have plans this year to come out with conservatively 2 more, hopefully 3 or 4 more courses that'll be home study courses, and just looking forward to connecting more with massage therapists out there and chatting about whatever and having a good time with it.
And what's different about your course compared to other self-paced home study courses?
Sure. Like I said, it's formatted and that it's really easy. I know that as massage therapists, a lot of times we have downtime where maybe normally we'd be reading a gossip magazine or something like that. Well, you can, it's true. It's true. You can download the course to your smartphone and you can just read it on any number of free e-reading apps, or if you have a Kindle or a Nook or an iPad, you can read it on there. So that's definitely the direction I think. Even printed matter books they're not going away immediately, but they're being replaced with more convenient electronic versions of them.
And somebody in the chat asked, what about opening a school in Vegas? Are there many massage schools in Vegas?
There are a handful of massage schools in Vegas. Personally, it wouldn't be something I'd be interested in, but you have choices here in town. I think the community college still offers a 2-year degree, I'm pretty sure, or you could just go to any number of massage schools in town where they have part-time or full-time programs. Some are more flexible than others, and some offer government assistance or government loans. So there are a lot of options in town.
And then Ping Third asks, if a person is thinking about getting their first massage, what should they consider, and should they do it in order to have the best experience?
What was the first part of the question?
Okay, if a person is thinking about getting their first massage, what should they consider, and what should they do in order to have the best experience?
Oh, okay. I think that what I would think of first is what kind of setting do I want to have my massage in. I'm like a dedicated spa junkie, and I look at the ambiance and the amenities available at a spa just as much as I consider the treatment that I'm booking. So for me personally, I would consider, do I want to go to a day spa where I'm just kind of like in and out? Do I want to have access to a jacuzzi, a steam room, a dry sauna? Do I plan on spending the day there, or do I just, do I have other errands to run? That would be where I'd start, and then you have to ask yourself, are you looking for a certain type of massage? I'd say if it's your first massage, start out with a relaxation massage, and then from there you can decide if you want to be more adventurous, if you feel like a relaxation massage wasn't firm enough pressure for you, then you could look into booking an appointment with somebody who's skilled or specializes in deep tissue work, or who you've heard does a really good deep massage, for example. I'd also say that, obviously, price-wise, that may be a consideration for you. If you go to a spa, it's probably going to be a little more expensive than it would if you went to, a smaller place or an independent massage therapist. So those are things to consider. Also, keep in mind, if it's your first massage, and I think a lot of people who haven't experienced massage before aren't aware that don't ever feel like your massage therapist is pressuring you to do certain things. If you want to wear your underwear, you can, okay? You don't have to take everything off. If you feel that the pressure isn't firm enough or the pressure isn't light enough to your comfort level, please speak up. You're not going to hurt our feelings. We'd rather know than have you suffer through a massage and then and then complain. Oh, please don't not speak up and then complain on Yelp or to management if you go somewhere. Please take some responsibility for communication yourselves, because you won't hurt our feelings and we will really appreciate it, and then you'll get what you want out of it too.
Okay. And then P-Man asked, do any properties in Las Vegas prefer certain schooled applicants? Like, do they prefer people with an associate's degree or people that have dual, like massage and estheticians or diploma? Is that fine?
It really depends. Some of the properties do have services that are tailored for only dual licensed people to perform. So in those cases, they probably would prefer to have a dual licensed individual interview for the position. But as far as degrees, no, honestly, no. It doesn't matter. There are some spas that are owned by a larger company that also happens to own some massage schools. I'm not going to say, I honestly don't know if there's if you're pushed to the top of the list if you graduate from that company's massage school and then apply at their spa. I don't know for sure, but I do know that there are, job posting lists that can be emailed every week or bi-weekly or whatever, where you'll probably find out about opportunities that you may not have found out about if you went to a different school that wasn't involved in such a network of places where you could work and schools that you could attend.
Yep. And then chat question, do massage therapists read their Yelp reviews? I would think that would be maddening.
I think some do. I don't personally have a Yelp page, so I don't have to worry about it. But yes, honestly, I would personally, I think that your time is better spent doing productive, positive things for yourself and just working on the next bigger and best thing that you have going on in your life rather than obsessing about what some person who may or may not be on the level has to say about you online, anonymously especially.
Okay. And in the future, do you see yourself cutting down a lot for massage then, would you say, more into just continuing education?
I think that would be awesome if that could happen. I'd like to see more of a 50-50 split between my time, whereas right now it's probably 25% continuing education and 75% massage. I'd like to have it split more down the middle.
Okay. And then Dina asked, do you read our Amazon reviews at all?
I'm being honest here. I have 4 Amazon reviews, and on my book, on my Confident Relaxation Massage book, and I've had 4 reviews on there since April of 2011 when I published my book. So people are buying it, they're just not reviewing it, and honestly, that's up to them. I honestly don't care one way or the other.
And then Dina says, oh, I think I wrote one of those reviews.
Yes, you did. Thank you for the 5-star review.
No. And can you see yourself writing many other books down in the future too?
I see myself writing some other continuing education courses. Honestly, I wish I had a brilliant idea for a new book, but I don't. I really just let it all out on the first book, and maybe I need 7 more years to get enough inspiration to write a new one. That took over 3 years to write, though, so it wasn't just an overnight project kind of thing. Which, speaking of projects, I do want to show you guys something that was an overnight project, because I know that Valentine's Day is coming up, and I think your next show is on the 15th, right, Ryan?
Yep.
So you're not going to have another show before Valentine's Day?
Right, yep.
I made a little something for everyone. Can you see it?
Aww. Oh, it's a nerd. I love it.
Happy Valentine's Day.
That's the perfect eyes and everything.
If you come out to Vegas in August for the massage festival, I'll give it to you.
Okay, definitely. And I need an autograph too. So.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. So, yeah. And if you had this all to do over again, do you think you would move to Las Vegas and everything?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. My dream, well before I even enrolled in massage school, was to work at a top-notch resort spa doing massage in a climate that was warmer than upstate New York. Sorry, upstate New York, but if I never see another snowflake again, I am completely okay with that.
Oh.
So moving to Vegas and doing massage at a resort spa has long been my goal, even before taking my massage course. Yeah.
But is it really that hot there where you can crack an egg and it'll actually boil?
I believe it. I haven't tried it, but I've seen things melt on the pavement in July and August when it gets really hot. So if you were hungry and you needed to cook that egg, I would try it.
Yeah, yeah. Because in here in Minnesota, it's about 15 degrees, I'd say. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. But at least we don't melt during the summer, so.
That's true. That is true. It's too hot for some people, but I'm telling you, everything out here is air conditioned. So if you can make it from your front door to your car door and not cook, you'll be okay.
But during the winters, is it pretty decent?
Yeah, like right now, I mean, it was like in the high 50s today. So the nights get cold though, because I think it's because there's usually not a lot of cloud cover, so the nights do get chilly. But when I say chilly, I don't mean ice storm chilly.
Okay. So hey, your brothers and sisters are pretty quiet now.
At least they're not yelling at me for anything.
Yeah. Where are they all located at?
My brother lives in Northern California with his wife, and my sister lives in Rochester with her husband.
Okay, so that's all the brothers and sisters you have then, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then, how long has your husband been a massage therapist then?
Let's see. His certificate is on the wall. Let's see.
Okay. You're cheating.
He went to massage school in 2008.
Okay. That's cheating.
I know. Shame on me.
Yeah. And P-Man says, "What about me? I'm not buying your book."
Oh, Petey, why do you guys do me like
that? Yeah. Okay, so the best way for people to get a hold of you be what then?
Oh, there are a few ways. You can contact me directly through my website, which is confidentmassage.com, or you can email me at helpinghands@confidentmassage.com, or you can find me on Facebook, facebook.com/alipomi, and I'm sure my last name is written out somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm taking care of that.
Yeah.
Any one of those ways is fantastic, and I encourage it. And like I said, I enjoy networking and just meeting you guys and talking about anything, whether it's massage related or Vegas related or something completely off topic. I think it's fun, so I encourage it.
Okay, great. And any other final thoughts at all?
Let me look down at my list. Let's see. No, I think that's it. I think that's everything.
Okay. And are you planning on going to any conferences at all in the near future?
Yes, I am. And in fact, I'm volunteering. Let me grab my little paper here. So the 2012 World Massage Festival is August 19th through the 22nd of this year, and I guess I'm doing them a favor by holding this up. I'm really not that involved with the festival. I am going to volunteer and help set up the registration goodie bags and stuff, because this is going to be my year for volunteering for more things in general and just spend more time giving back. So there's a plug for them. So that's in Vegas, okay? So usually the massage conferences and whatnot don't come to Vegas, but this one is, so I really don't have any excuse not to go, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yep. But aren't a lot of big spa shows in Vegas, though?
Oh, yeah. Yep. There are a lot of spa shows in Vegas, so I usually go to at least one of those every year. And it's fun. I especially like the trade shows where you can go on the trade show floor and get really good deals on spa supplies and things like that, and try things out. There are a lot of samples, and that's actually really fun. So if you ever have the opportunity to go to any of those, check it out.
Yes, definitely. So thank you very much tonight, Andrea. It's been a blast.
Thank you,
Yep, and thank you all to her relatives too. So, yeah, thanks everyone. Good night.
Thanks, bye.
Yeah.